Now, foreign and defense ministers of Japan and the United States are meeting virtually today. The so-called 2+2 talks take place a day after Japan signed a defense cooperation pact with Australia. For more on the meeting, let's bring in Phoebe Amoroso in Tokyo. Phoebe, so what do we know about the meeting so far?
Both sides have made the bold statement, as expected, that they are committed to a free and open Indo-Pacific. And indeed, we heard a very strong statement from US Secretary of State Antony Blinken calling the US-Japan alliance as more important than ever amid a range of new security challenges, specifically naming China's assertive actions in the maritime sector as a big issue, as well as North Korea. So this is why both sides are looking to increase their ties due to a sense of insecurity. Let's take a listen to what US Secretary of State Blinken said at the outset of this meeting.
On a new 5-year host nation support framework that will invest greater resources to deepen our military readiness and interoperability. And we're launching a new research and development agreement that will make it easier for our scientists, for our engineers, and program managers to collaborate on emerging defense-related issues, from countering hypersonic threats to advancing space-based capabilities.
So just to break that down, with the agreement for the US military forces to be hosted in Japan, Japan has agreed to pay just over $9 billion over the next 5 years and confirmed that the bases will remain in Japan in Okinawa. And this is really and part of the defense research agreement is to develop new tools, says US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. And these new tools are to cope with these new challenges. In fact, one analyst that I spoke to said that both the US and Japan had recognized that their deterrence and response capabilities had not kept pace with the changes and shift in balance of power in the region. And this is why we're seeing a more coordinated effort to boost cooperation. In fact, Japan has made some very bold moves in developing its defense strategy. Just this week, it signed the reciprocal access agreement with Australia, allowing both militaries to work together. And it has approved a record defense budget for the next fiscal year. It's also reviewing whether it should acquire a strike capability, the ability to strike enemy bases, which is very controversial under its war-renouncing constitution. And at the end of this year, it will be reviewing the national security strategy, which is the long-term guidelines for its defense strategy. So we may see it forge out a new, bolder path going forwards.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Phoebe Amoroso, reporting from Tokyo.